saw last night was an officer doing his job involved in a very violent confrontation by an offender who was armed with a gun and had no doubt in his mind or question of whether he was willing to use that gun.
A suspected burglar who fired a gun at Albuquerque police officers was shot and killed late Wednesday by one of the officers who returned fire. The incident unfolded shortly after 10:30 p.m. Wednesday, when city police officers were dispatched to the Archdiocese of Santa Fe's administrative offices, located by St. Pius High School on the west side. Arriving officers spotted a man wearing a ski mask running out of the rear of the Albuquerque Catholic Center. He was carrying a safe and wearing a backpack. Officers chased the man on foot.
At that time, the offender produced a handgun and began firing at the officer. The officer retreated. As the officer was retreating, he drew his firearm and fired back at the suspect. The suspect was hit multiple times and died at the scene. The suspect is a white male in his late 20s. He's believed to be from outside of Albuquerque. He was armed with a revolver. The revolver is a .357, very similar to this one. He did fire the firearm multiple times at the officer. Luckily for us, it appears that after he had fired the gun several times, the gun malfunctioned and did not continue to function as a firearm.
Authorities have also made a second arrest in connection to the robbery.
We've received additional information that a second suspect has been taken in custody down in Ruidoso, New Mexico. So this investigation is still ongoing and very, very active. We're not sure if there are additional suspects besides the one that has been taken in custody at this point in time.
Meanwhile, state police, the Bernalillo County Sheriff's Office, and the District Attorney's Office are investigating the shooting. Albuquerque's independent review officer is also reviewing the case. The officer involved in the shooting was not hurt, but has been placed on leave pending the investigation.
The officer in this particular case responded in a very admirable manner to a very dangerous situation, and we're very grateful that he had the opportunity to go home to his family last night.